Now we meet back with Luke Fuckhair Von Faber.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to part 59 of Tales of the Abyss. In the last part, we got a new power for Mew, and now we're going to actually get a chance to show it off. If the game decides to... There we go.
Thing you just did.
I don't want to try it again. They tried to make me into Stretch Armstrong. Mew, wait. Mew, wait. I will sue you for trademark infringement, bitch!
Where can we use that anyway?
You'd have to go to Namco for that.
Good question.
Mew.
Seeing as how
They're too busy working on Zestiria, which
Oh,
comes out in a
ball!
few weeks.
Oh, ball! They're not
Well,
working
they
on
kind
anything.
of are working on Zestiria, the English localization anyway.
They're not working on it at this point.
try flying over here.
It comes out in a month.
They're not working on it at this point.
Well, at this point, it's... At the time of this recording, it comes out in like a week and a half.
Yeah, they're done. They're done at this point.
Yeah. Wait, now that I think about it, oh, that's a bad sign. I think it comes out the same week as Yoshi's Well, no, Yoshi's Woolly World's already out.
Yeah.
The door opened.
I was gonna say, if Yoshi's Woolly World came out next week, then Namco would be screwed.
I'm being
It
useful.
can be used like that too. You know, Luke's
Mew is it?
You know,
good at using Mew.
that's kind of ironic.
What's that? What was that?
That's
You
kind of
gotta come
ironic,
out there.
because I kind of expect that's something I would expect Lewis to say.
I said I found it ironic!
God.
You just got what I was
Also, apparently
referencing.
I've been using Rending Thrust enough that now it's also as strong as Fangblade, which is weird. I should have one of those maxed out by now.
I have won in all these battles, by the way.
It's completely optional. Oh yeah,
I missed
I got-
completely what you actually got.
I think that was Rending Fangblade. Or no,
Raging Thrust?
it was probably Raging Havoc.
Nah, I doubt it was Raging Havoc. I think it was a
Fangblade Havoc, something like that.
Fangblade Havoc. You already have that one.
Or whatever. I know it was a Havoc attack because he uppercutted afterwards.
That's not Havoc, dude. That's the Rending.
Too easy.
Okay.
So I'm guessing he might have maybe he learned Rending Blast. That'd be key. That'd be neat.
That's probably what it was. I'm probably gonna figure out what it is right here. Here we go.
No, not what it was.
No, it's on here somewhere.
Yeah, I missed it though. What was it?
I'm looking for
It
it.
is Rending Blast. Yeah, Rending Blast. That's what. It
Yeah,
was.
Rending Blast. Thank you. Yeah, so it's a combination of Rending Fangblade and Raging Blast.
Yeah, punch that. But yeah, you punch that energy ball. Punch the shit out of it.
Well, the thing is, it combines the two best kind of things, except the whole. I don't really like raging. I don't really like a lot of the raging attacks, mainly because they knock enemies over.
Yeah, me neither.
So that's probably the worst rending-based attack ever, because it ends by knocking the enemy over, and it only does like a 3-hit combo.
Yeah, again,
As opposed to the others that do at least a 4 or 5-hit combo.
I understand because they're not. It's not very good.
Yeah. It's not bad if you're going for all-out attack, but I don't like having to wait for enemies to recover just so I can hit them again.
They suck.
It just wastes time.
All the time wasting.
Anyways, now that... Although I don't know why I put Jade in here. I should have left Annis in there because she's still level 39.
Also, you just
but
got a Night Mace, so why would you not want to use it?
That's why I'm deciding to... I think I'm deciding who to give that to.
Just give it to Anna. She needs it more.
Yeah, definitely. 700. Yeah. Give it to Annis.
Compared to mine ass, which does over 800.
Well, it's just because your Annis is a higher level than mine at this point.
During the 50s. You're kind of over.
You're also ahead of me recording wise.
I was.
I mean, I'm only a-
This was actually it was at the same level when I got this point. So
Yeah.
you're kind of under. You're actually kind of under level for this segment.
I don't know. I'd say I'm about average. If I'm only a level or two behind you, I would say I'm at about the average.
I was trying to.
point
I was
in the
trying to
game.
say I was like 47 by the time I got here.
Yeah. And considering this particular dungeon's completely optional, I'm gonna be like 5 or 6 levels above what the game intends me to be at anyway.
When I went to visit this place for actual plot, I actually went back into this area.
Yeah, there's no reason not to. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, yay! Tyr finally learned another move that could actually be useful.
Which I couldn't actually read.
Banishing Sorrow.
No. Wait, is that the one where it has a little Triforce piece at the bottom?
I think so. I know she swings her staff and then shoots like an energy orb out of it.
So it's just like her normal attack.
Except stronger. Also, I missed that completely somehow.
By the way, everybody has a specific Mew wings animation.
They do, and I completely forgot to show that off. One of these days I'll show it off.
Yeah. Yeah, just a little.
It's just a little neat detail they put
Yep,
in.
everybody has a specific animation for each Mew attack.
Well, except for Mew Fire.
No, that one's the same. That one's not the same.
That's what I said, except for Mew Fire.
That one's different too, in that it barely had any work put into it. By the way, you have max life bottles. Is the max 20 like games before?
No, it's 15.
That's weird. Why do I have 16?
Or no, you're right, it's 16.
Oh, okay.
Usually, New Game Plus is when they have you raise the max item count to 20.
Yep.
Because usually the maximum amount of items you can hold is 15 or 16. In this case,
In this game, it's 16.
usually it's 15.
In this game, it's 16.
Yeah. Which I don't mind, except for the fact that life bottles are kind of expensive.
That golem is strutting his stuff. You damn straight.
I don't know if I know there might be a way that you can actually lower the price of items in shops depending on who your on-screen character is.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Like, there might be a title that you can get that lets you do that.
I like how you're not even trying to. Use attacks anymore.
Well, at this point, it's because I have like very little TP, so I'm just trying to get my magic back up.
So just go back to an inn.
Well, at this point, I'm just trying to get out of here.
Oh wait, no! Don't go to an inn.
No, you don't want to go to an inn because otherwise that makes plot happen.
No, actually, it's because there's a save point nearby and it refills all your stuff.
All right, it's the next save point's a healing save point. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's why I said no. Don't bother.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
What?
She notices the fourth wall.
That's a legendary blue
And is also missing a nose.
That's everybody.
Well, just in certain locations.
gold apiece.
That or it might just be the video compression.
By the way, when this game was playing on my 3DS, the butterfly was right in front of the screen. It was really zoomed in and it looked really ugly.
Please.
You mean that one right there
Yeah.
that's just floating around?
Yeah, it was right in front of the screen. So it looked like it was just a flapping book going all over the place on the screen. You know, I can kind of get up by my own. Rah! Manly grab!
God. Well, to be fair, she's probably heavier looking than she looks.
Oh, manly grab! Oh!
God, thanks. Okay, Anis, now just make sure you don't just fall backwards again.
Whoa!
I wasn't scared.
This just flies by,
You probably don't want to be kneeling right in front of the cliff you almost just fell over.
and then she just flies back with Tokunaga. It's like, made your entire heroic effort pointless.
If you hadn't saved Anis just
Yeah.
then, I'd have lost all respect.
Yeah, for some reason that butterfly just kind of flies around like that, and it's really kind of distracting.
Yeah, see, it did that exact thing when it was on my screen. It just flew across the screen like multiple times.
A little moved.
Yeah, it's kind of distracting, honestly.
Was a Malkuth aristocrat.
Huh, that's minor. What a minor inconvenience.
Seriously, though, Anis, at least take 3 steps forward. Don't stand literally right in front of the cliff you almost fell off.
No,
Please.
she'll be fine.
Well, this is coming from someone. This is coming from someone who is terrified of edges. So,
Yeah,
there
see,
we go.
she's fine. And there's that healing save point.
Yep. If you had a wing bottle, I could use it to get out of here. even though that's a
Not
waste.
quite. You can't.
Oh no, wing bottles only work in dungeons.
And the save point have to be sparkling.
True. Well, usually it works on healing save points. If you have a wing bottle, then it'll I think the nearest save point automatically lets you use your wing
Nah,
bottle.
the save point has to be sparkling.
Okay. I think there's something in that tree. I don't remember though. I'm gonna check it out right now.
Treasure
Yep, there it
chest.
is. Sweet.
Cure guy's
Freaking bat.
a nice guy, but first bat.
Freaking wind bats.
And guy opens up with a swing and a miss.
Not really. He hit him.
On the hit when he was coming back down, like he was trying to like he was toppling over and land on the bat.
Well, that's the one that's the most important because it ended up stunning him. Good work.
Reminds
guy.
me of slightly pissed off Ryu from Mugen. It's just a drunk Ryu who does all of his trademark moves and just half-asses everything. Like he just
Oh, you mean like Dan?
kind of, but he's drunk. like he does destroy Yukin, but ends up falling on his back afterwards.
I kind of agree with them saying like, wow, he really did kind of change within like 5 seconds. Compared to Luke that took like 2/3 of the game.
It looks like shut up.
They're like, nah, we don't want to waste another 10 hours. We don't want to waste another 5 hours on character development. He got over his fear. We're done. It's a minor plot thing.
And
It's a
and
minor character.
And in his defense, it doesn't take a good while to get over it.
True. I mean, it's at least he understands why he was afraid of it.
And to be quite honest, I lost my train of thought.
it's not that it's not really that important in the grand scheme of things. I mean, yeah, it's good character development to have him get over his fear.
Well, now I
But
remember
that's
what
all
I
you
was
need.
trying to say.
You don't need another 2 hours of explanation for that.
Now I remember what I was trying to say. In the grand and technically in the grand scheme of things, he was kind of running on adrenaline at that point. So
That too. Plus, at this point,
I know.
well, it's again another kind of dick move from Namco.
Oh God, why?
Save Dan. like if you hadn't saved Anis, I would have lost respect for you. Well, what if he wasn't strong enough to lift her up? Yeah, it wouldn't have been his fault. What if he wasn't strong enough to pull her up?
Natalia, still a bitch even after development.
Well, I wouldn't say she was a bitch. I would just say like you're kind of overreacting to that.
Bitch.
Like if he was trying and he couldn't save her, and say like Luke had to help him, would that have made her lose respect for Guy because Luke had to help?
Bitch.
That's my question. But
Also,
also now that we have Mew wings, we can finally get that treasure chest.
it makes me very sad that your tier can't one-shot these guys. Yes, Mew, pound the grass. Fuck yeah!
This is me being stupid. 'Cause I'm like, come on, Mew wings, thank you.
Ah, I'm stuck in the tree!
And we get a night robe. Also, if you really, really want to, you can go back to, what was that place where you were sneaking around trying to avoid those soldiers?
You were forced.
Yeah, if you want to go back to Theor Forest and get that treasure chest that was in that tree, feel free to do so.
It contains it.
At this point in the recording, I didn't because with the way the Tartarus works right now, it'll take forever to get back to Theor Forest.
Albior.
Well, the Albior can't fly right now.
What I was trying to say was that what's in there is a new bow for Natalia.
Yeah.
It's also ridiculously strong because it raises her attack power to 900.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the game's not expecting you to be able to get that treasure chest unless you go out of your way to get this upgrade. So it would make sense for it to be something that's amazingly good.
Also, by the way, there's something I don't think we mentioned in the previous parts. You know those side quests for the character's secret arts? Apparently, there's actually no time limit for them.
No, yeah, he's right. There is the only cutoff to getting guys' arcane arts is the very first one. If you don't do that if you don't get that first thing started, then you'll lose it. But as soon as you start, guys, as soon as you start that side quest, then you can get it whenever you want.
The same goes for Luke's actually, because in my game I went way past Xeriuth and I was still able to get his secret arts. So
I'm not sure if that's a thing they changed for the 3DS version, or if I just didn't remember that there's no cutoff point for those arts. It's very possible that I thought there was a cutoff point when there wasn't.
Well, it's not your fault because GameFAQs did the same thing.
Yeah, GameFAQs did say there was a cutoff point, so either there was a mistake, or they fixed that in the 3DS version to make it not have a cutoff point. Because there are certain...
I don't mean to interrupt you, but the way the Mystic Art looked, it kind of looked like Guy got caught up in Radiant Hell. you
happens
jerk!
a lot. That happens a lot. I know that, well, there is a side quest I started a long time ago, back when I first got my sabbatical. When you go into when you're in the castle, and you go up and you can, like, investigate the sword that's on that wall. If you don't do that when you first get there, then you can't start that side quest, which is a quest to get a really good sword for Guy.
That's also a lie, because I managed to do that. I managed to do that afterwards as well.
Again, that might be something that either the person that wrote the FAQ
maybe that's something that's only in the 3DS version. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Either the person that wrote the FAQ that I use for my notes made a mistake, which is possible, or because people were pissed that those had cutoff points, Namco decided to be generous with the 3DS version and got rid of cutoff points.
If that's the case, why is it that every single Tales game on a Nintendo system is much more generous than on the Sony systems?
To be fair, you're also playing the version that came out like 4 years later.
Again, that doesn't change anything. The game is still exactly the same as it were on the PS2. You know,
maybe there aren't cutoff points. I know there are for certain things. Like the only ones I know for sure are the sword dancers.
Yes, those definitely have cutoff points. That much I know for sure.
That's for every Tales game that has sword dancers. I've actually had points in Symphonia where I completely missed the second sword dancer.
By the way, if you look closely in the fog, you can actually see something in it.
It's a Uniceros.
Yeah, now that you mention it, yeah, you can. I didn't notice that when I was first
The
recording.
3DS version makes it much more obvious what you're looking at.
Well, I mean, I can see it perfectly fine now. I guess it's just when I was recording it, I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, so even in the PS2 version, where it's a little more foggier than the 3DS one, you can still kind of see it.
Yeah, I can see it, definitely. It might have been also my TV, because the brightness on my TV might have covered him up more.
Also, I noticed that.
Anyway,
I noticed
that's a Uniceros.
Also, something else I noticed: the 3DS version is a little bit more colorful than the PS2 one. Like it's not as like the area is not as foggy. It's much more bright and colorful.
That might have to do with the 3DS's backlight.
Yeah. It looks better. I think it looks better because of it. Maybe it's just me.
No, I can understand. Like usually, like
Something's coming.
for PS2 standards, these graphics were good. Yeah, but if there's, I think because it's on a smaller screen, they just brightened the colors a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure because I haven't seen the 3DS version for myself.
Damn it, sir! I told you not to get tackled by a unicorn. You got tackled anyway.
Not at all.
God dang it!
I told you the last part not to get tackled by a unicorn. What do? You get tackled by a unicorn, you asshole!
Well, I actually haven't been tackled by it yet. It just kind of appeared.
Let's knock it unconscious and take a look at it.
Here, Ion, you still sit in the corner. Certainly nothing will happen to you.
Run away!
Lies.
Also, the loading for the boss battle takes a little too long.
By the way,
Not-no-ish.
in this fight, Luke said his "I'll kill you" phrase whenever he sees a low-powered enemy. When I did it. I thought it was funny.
Well, you're also a higher level than me. At this point.
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, this boss is a dick.
Oh yeah, this boss is not hard. Really,
He's not
more just really frustrating.
He's not hard. He's just annoying.
Yeah, because of one thing. Because of one simple thing, he just kind of tramples you.
No, he. At first, he'll just start casting magic for a while, and then once he gets to half health, he'll just start doing nothing but physicals, which can completely catch you off guard because he'll do nothing but magic for like the first half of it, and when he gets to half health, he'll just start randomly using physical attacks out of the blue.
Yeah.
And if you're using the same strategy you've been using for the sword dance, this will catch you off guard almost immediately.
Yeah. At this point, that's what I was what I was gonna do is like, he's weak to fire.
Oh,
so,
no, actually, he's weak to negative gate. That's what it is.
Or darkness.
Darkness
weak to
in
darkness.
general.
I know he's weak to something.
He's weak to darkness.
Yeah, he's weak to darkness. So, either have Tyr or Anise in your team. If you're not using Anise and you have Tyr, just have Tyr constantly use Nightmare. If you have Anise, just cast Negative Gate. Negative Gate will probably kill it in like 3 hits, especially if you give Anise.
You made the boss dizzy. How?
I hit him hard enough.
Yeah. See, now he's using
free run at the exact moment I was attacking.
Yeah. See, now he's using physical attacks, so he's down to half health now.
And he can also lock your arts, which is really frustrating.
I've never had that happen.
I think it depends on what he hits you with. Yeah, I think that attack can.
Well, he can't actually hit you with that attack if you're standing right directly under him.
Or just far enough.
And see,
away.
now he's at half health, so now he's
that-
gonna start using nothing but physicals.
Yeah. Like I said, you might have just not gotten hit by that breath attack, because I think that attack is what locks your arts.
I only got hit by the pill one, which I think is Berserk.
Yeah. So again, this is another battle where maybe you want to use Natalia, only because she's the only healer that can heal status ailments.
It's up to you. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's that hard to get Panacea bottles.
The most dangerous attack is when he starts tackling people, and you'll know he'll start doing it when his horn shines.
Yeah. Plus, you're going to need Panacea battles anyway, even if you're using Natalia, because if
Also,
she
apparently he
gets her
can
arts
cast Holy
locked,
Lance at
then-
any time he wants to,
That too.
which he never did for me.
I just get all the bad luck. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, weird. He has Overlimit?
Most bosses have overlimit.
He never used Overlimit for me. Well, here it is. It's probably why I never noticed, because he used to tackle everybody almost immediately as I did. Immediately as he did the thing. Ugh.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
That
And
sounds about right.
he's already out of Overlimit. What the hell?
Well, overlimit usually only lasts about 10 seconds.
2 seconds.
Even for your own characters, it doesn't last very long.
Yeah, but he lasted.
Really, the only thing that's frustrating about this guy is he can paralyze you with his dash attack.
Yeah, I've noticed that myself.
And paralysis in any RPG sucks.
Don't I know
I'd
it.
rather be poisoned than paralyzed.
Don't I know it. Also, why are you using Holy Song? You're already powered up.
I think she's using Holy Song to try and negate the paralysis.
That doesn't work. It doesn't work like that.
I'm not saying. I never said the AI was smart.
It doesn't work like that.
I never said the AI was smart.
Splash is not
Plus,
going to do
Holy
anything.
Song only lasts. Plus, the buffs for Holy Song don't really last very long anyway, so maybe she thought it ran out. This is
Charge!
another enemy that's going to use a lot of wind-based attacks. So if you want to use like Lightning Tiger Blade or any of the other wind field opponent arts, feel free to do that. But he's not really that hard. See, he's already
more
dead.
frustrating than anything. Also, I killed him in over a minute, so yeah.
So I spent an extra minute. Not a big deal.
So I spent an extra minute. What of it? You want to fight about it? Ugh.
I'll heal its wounds.
That would be a cool addition if you had if for the 3DS version, if two different people have it, that you can fight each other's teams. That would be awesome.
I would rather see singles fights. That would fit better with singles fights rather than group fights, because that can kind of get laggy after a while.
Well, one-on-one fights would also be kind of annoying, because anyone that has free run could just easily dodge everything you do.
That's not quite true.
Say if I was using Jade, and I'm trying to cast a spell. While I'm casting a spell, you're just gonna rush me and use your best art on me, and you're gonna just stun lock me.
Or you can cast a spell near beside you, and you can catch him off guard like that. Yeah, didn't think about that, did you?
Well, I've never been very good at using mage characters in any Tales
Well,
game.
in Tales games, when you control a mage character, they have a little target reticule for where the spell will be cast.
Oh, I know that. It's just the time it takes to cast is just too long. By the time I'm about to cast it, you'll have already gotten right up next to me.
You kind of have to play
canceled
when
me
playing
out of it.
when playing as the mage character. You have to kind of do some mind games.
I know.
Oh.
Whenever I'm in the arena and I use the mage characters, I know how to use them. You just run as far away as possible to give yourself the most time to cast, and then just spam your best attack until the enemy dies.
Or if it's a fast character, you just cast a spell beside you.
When I was playing Symphonia, that's all I did was I just gave Rain speed cast and just kept casting Photon over and over again until everything died.
I like how all the characters have the paralysis status effect on them. It kind of looks like they have thunder. Yeah, like little thunder. They're trying to think hard and they can't think straight.
Yeah.
Say my brain can't process anything. Also, where did Ion go during that fight? Did he just go and hang out with the golem in the corner?
I think he was. You just have to assume that whenever you're fighting, Ion's as far away from you as possible to make sure he doesn't get hurt.
What he did? I'm imagining he just went into the corner and just talked with the golem.
I'm also imagining at this point, Ion just is so sick of this that he's just like, I'll do it. That's all I ever do.
Can I have a coffee break now?
He's literally done it so many times now that he's literally just gotten to the point where he's just like, he just expects you to say, Ion, do this, and it's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know. That's the only reason I'm
I
here.
don't think so.
Okie dokie. I'm
Ion,
impressed.
Shall we rest over here?
No, let's go.
Liar.
Well,
Don't force yourself, Ion. If you're not feeling good, say something.
at least he's not passing out after he's opening them anymore. Also, Luke's not being a dick about it. Anyway, we're gonna go through another Sephiroth in part 60. Oh,
you can
God.
speed run through this thing.
I think I do. Anyway, see you guys in part 60.
Sephiroth the Speedy. He's very sucky.
You got into Sonic now?